So at this time, I'm going to ask Los Angeles County Sheriff Alex Villanueva to make his comments.
Thank you and good morning. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's Major Crimes Bureau Burglary Robbery Task Force has been a partner of the Orange County Violent Crimes ATF Task Force for over 10 years now. We have worked several significant state and federal investigations over the years, including a Southern California gun store burglary ring, a violent high-end jewelry and watch store robbery series, and other high-profile, high-risk investigations. It has been a tremendously successful partnership with benefiting both Los Angeles County, Orange County, and all agencies and cities therein. The Orange County ATF Violent Crimes Task Force is comprised of extremely tenacious and professional investigators, and the partnership over the years is much appreciated by members of the LASD. On Monday, July 11th, the LASD's Major Crimes Bureau Burglary Robbery Task Force began to work with a full commitment to the Orange County ATF Violent Crimes Task Force in its recent investigation into the horrific murders and robberies. Investigators believe that these same suspects were involved in 2 additional robberies in Los Angeles County. Prior to the suspect arrest, the Burglary Robbery Task Force conducted hundreds of hours of surveillance and intelligence gathering with and for the Orange County ATF Violent Crimes Task Force. These 2 task forces worked nearly nonstop into the early morning hours throughout Southern California until the arrests were made on Friday afternoon. The Burglary Robbery Task Force and LASD Aero Bureau was present and assisted with the tactical and safe apprehension of the suspects on Friday afternoon. Additional LASD units that were assisted in the investigation were our Special Enforcement Bureau's K-9 team and South Los Angeles Station's Summer Enforcement team. The teamwork, cooperation, and professionalism of all involved is responsible for bringing these 2 suspects into custody quickly and safely. This, with the added expert detective work of all the detectives working this case, will hopefully assure the successful prosecution of 2 violent predators terrorizing innocent working-class Southern California residents. The Burglary Robbery Task Force will continue to cooperate and assist in determining if the 2 Los Angeles County robbery cases can be attributed to these suspects. Residents in Orange and Los Angeles County are safer due to this cooperative teamwork and partnership, where the law enforcement mission is more important than who receives credit. Criminals know no boundaries, and cooperation like this is crucial to keeping us all safer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. I can't emphasize enough Sheriff Villanueva's many points, but in particular the cooperation. Look, one of the things that I'm sure you're going to ask questions about is the other defendant, Mr. Payne. And the sheriff and I have been very, very outspoken and vigorous advocates about the changes in state law. And the one change in state law that affects our case with Mr. Payne is the elimination of the natural and probable consequences theory under murder. The legislature took that away. So just being merely present at a scene without necessarily having the evidence to prove intent is a tool the legislature took away from us. And they're taking that away from us is making our streets less safe. And I would really urge the legislature to redebate the natural and probable consequences law, because that's a tool that we need as law enforcement and prosecutors to keep our community and state safe. At this time, I'd like to introduce Michael Hoffman with Alcohol and Tobacco Farms and Explosives, ATF. He's the Assistant Special Agent in charge. Mr. Hoffman.
Thank you, DA Spitzer. With me with the ATF is my counterpart, Assistant Special Agent in charge, Steve Galloway. On behalf of the men and women of ATF and the Orange County Violent Crime Task Force, I would like to express my sincere sorrow for the pain and suffering all the victims and their families continue to endure. And I hope the actions of DA Spitzer and his office can bring you some comfort today. The ATF-led Orange County Violent Crime Task Force was formed over 5 years ago with Fullerton, Brea, and Santa Ana police departments, along with the Orange County District Attorney's Office. And the sole purpose was to investigate violent serial robberies occurring across the Southland. And we do that through additional partners such as the LA County Sheriff's Department's Major Crimes Bureau particularly their surveillance units and air assets. And our job has never been more important than now. The level of random violence we're seeing throughout society is totally unacceptable. It seems as if you can't even go to the supermarket to purchase groceries, to a 7-Eleven to purchase a cup of coffee, or even to go to school to learn to read or write without suffering the dire consequences of gun violence. As a society, we cannot accept this, and ATF will certainly not accept this. ATF and our partners will dedicate any and all resources to target, investigate, and assist in the prosecution of anyone depraved enough to commit these heinous acts. And that is exactly what we are doing today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chief Hawley and I participated in an event Friday announcing the arrests. I want to thank Chief Hawley as he comes up to, I want to just express my gratitude. He's one of the leading chiefs in this county. Paul Walters is here, the chief of my bureau, who, as you all know, was the Santa Ana police chief for many, many years and was incredibly active in laying the foundation for these kinds of task forces and going after these kinds of hardened and career criminals. Chief Hawley.
Thank you and good morning. On behalf of the Brea Police Department and all of our law enforcement partners involved in this outstanding task force, we'd like to offer our sincere thanks to District Attorney Todd Spitzer and the men and women of his office for their diligence in filing these charges against the suspects. And we will continue to work closely with the DA's office moving forward for this prosecution. I'm convinced that through these collaborative efforts with the District Attorney's Office and the other involved agencies, that we will help to bring some sense of closure and justice to our victims and our victims' families. I am proud of the collaborative multi-agency partnership with ATF and our local law enforcement partners, the La Habra Police Department, Fullerton Police Department, Santa Ana Police Department, LASO, and the DA's office. Their partnership and the relationships that we built have led to this successful conclusion and these arrests.